This is your spiritual connection, ourplanetlife.org, broadcasting from Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas. Welcome to DFW Business Hour on ourplanetlive.org. It's an outreach program of Webb Chapel Church of Christ. We thank you for joining us. I am Art Garcia, your host, and today we have Ruth, Shannon, and Nancy Sanchez of State Farm Insurance. Ruth, welcome to DFW Business Hour, and Nancy?
Thank you so much. Glad to be here.
Today we're going to talk about insurance, not just auto insurance, but different kinds of insurance that State Farm has to offer. Ruth, how long have you been working as an insurance agent?
I have been an insurance agent for a little over 2 years with State Farm.
I was going to ask you, what other types of insurance do you cover besides auto?
You know what? People are very surprised to find out that we actually cover lots of different types of insurance besides auto. We have homeowners, we have renters, we have life insurance, we have health insurance, we have Medicare. So we have lots of different types of insurance. We also have financial planning as well.
Can you tell us a little bit about renter's insurance that we were talking about earlier and condo insurance?
Yes. What a lot of people don't realize is that with condo insurance, the Condominium Association actually provides the larger policy, which is going to cover the outside of the building, the roof, and things like that. So all you need coverage for when you live in a condominium is from your inside walls in with your furnishings and things. And so your policies are actually, your premiums are very affordable.
Great. What about renters? What does that cover?
Renters, I like to tell people the best way to explain renters is if you take your apartment and shake it upside down, everything that falls out is what's insured. That's basically your personal property. And then you also have a liability extension of your renter's policy. So for instance, if someone comes to your apartment, trips and falls and breaks their leg, your insurance policy is going to take care of that.
Wow, that's something to think about. Other life insurances, what do you cover? I mean, is it life insurance and other coverages that you have?
I really like to talk about our life insurance. People oftentimes, they'll pay $150 a month for their cell phone bill and not think twice about it. But they kind of cringe at paying $20 a month to protect their life. Protecting your life is vital for you and your family. We had just recently an incident where a pastor of a very large church here in Dallas had purchased a $1 million life insurance policy in actually this year in February. And unfortunately in July, when he was ministering from the pulpit, he passed away. So while that was devastating for his family, knowing that he had those funds in place to protect his family and his church, that's what I love selling life insurance for.
Well, that's something to think about. Also, you do have financial investments and stuff like that?
Yes, we do. People are often surprised. State Farm is actually a bank, so we actually provide loans. And I like to talk to the Hispanic community specifically because oftentimes people have a tax identification number and they haven't been here long enough necessarily to get their Social Security number. And State Farm Bank will actually loan against a tax identification number. So we do car loans, we do home loans, we do credit cards, we do bank accounts. So we have a lot of banking services we provide, as well as your savings programs like your 401k.
That's awesome. Do you have a bilingual staff?
We have an amazing staff. Yes, we are very bilingual. We actually speak 6 languages.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes. So we offer our services in Spanish, as well as Cantonese and Mandarin, as well as English and French and German.
Do you have a number where people can contact you or a website that people can see for more information?
Yes, we do. Our website is www.babyruth, like the candy bar, .biz, B-I-Z. Our phone number is 972-735-9797.
Great. With hundreds of insurance agencies in the DFW area, what makes your agency better?
Well, I tell you what, I have the most amazing team on the planet. Every one of our team members is fully licensed, so everyone can explain all of our policies just as well as I can. And again, the multiple languages is a great help and benefit to the community. And then we have extended hours. We're actually open until 7 in the evening, and we're open on Saturdays from 10 to 2 and any other time by appointment. And one of the really special things we do is we come to you. If you can't make it to our office is in North Dallas at Midway in Frankfurt, but if you can't make it to come see us, we will come see you at your home, at your work, whatever's convenient.
That's customer service.
Very much so, yes.
Do some insurance premiums increase for cars that have higher rates of damage or occupancy injury?
They can. Actually, you'd be very surprised at how much the brand of car that you're driving has to do with your premium. For instance, if you're driving a Cadillac, they're beautiful, wonderful cars, but they're very expensive when it comes time to fix them. So a premium for a Cadillac can be quite expensive versus another similar luxury car that isn't as difficult to fix.
So what is the most expensive car out there for coverage?
Well, it doesn't just depend on the car.
It doesn't?
No, it does not. So it also depends on the driver's age, the household, whether you're married or single, whether you have children in the home or not. So all of those play into the factors of your premium price.
What's the age for you to be considered an adult and pay less for coverage?
Well, you know what? I'm actually going to let Nancy speak to that.
Okay.
She is our auto specialist, and so Nancy knows the auto policies inside and out.
All right, Nancy.
Well, it kind of depends, okay, if you're a female or a male, because the statistics show that females are less of a risk than males. So for females, it's at 21, and for males, it's at 25.
I see.
But there are some exceptions, okay? And this is why it's really important to kind of tell your State Farm agent about your situation, your family, your household. And it's really funny how the questions that we ask and the face or the reactions that we get, like, why does she need to know that?
Yeah.
But for a female, if you're married or if you have a child, you can be classified as an adult even though you're not 21. For a male, it's a little bit different. If you have full custody of your child, or if you're married, you're viewed as an occasional. You're rated as an occasional driver instead of a regular use driver.
I see.
So
that's very interesting. See, I didn't know that. How does one learn more about auto insurance coverages?
Well, as you can see, basically just talk to our staff. We love to educate our clients about what they're paying for. You have those three numbers that you hear people talk about so much in auto insurance, say 30, 60, 25, which everybody knows is the state minimum. Well, a lot of people, and I know I didn't understand what all those numbers meant before I became a State Farm agent. The reality is those first two numbers have everything to do with bodily injury in an accident. So for instance, if you cause an accident, those bodily injury coverages are, that first number means that the insurance company is going to pay up to that amount for the injury to one person. That second number means the insurance company is going to pay that total amount for no matter how many people are injured. So for instance, $30,000 for one person to injury versus $60,000 for an entire accident. That third number is actually your property damage number. So for instance, when you have 30, 60, 25, the 25 means you're covered up to $25,000 for the vehicle. So that's what those three different numbers mean.
So would it be better to have maybe extra coverage for you to cover just in case of a fatal accident that causes a lot of property damage and other things?
Absolutely. The higher and a lot of people don't realize that it's really not that much more expensive to have higher coverages. So for instance, 50, 150 or 100, 300, 100, those coverages really are just pennies per day more than the 30, 60, 25.
Very interesting. What factors affect the price?
A lot of different factors affect the price, like Nancy said. It's are you married? Are you single? Are you male? Are you female? And then defensive driving can be a very large discount that people can carry on their auto. And we like to encourage people to take that because there's a 3-year reduction on your premium when you have defensive driving. So there's different things. You can purchase additional insurances. And those can actually give you discounts for your auto policy. So with us, when you bundle your homeowners or your renters and life insurance or any other policy with your auto, we have different discount rates with that.
So it would be a good idea for students to have driver's ed if they would probably decrease their...
Absolutely.
Their
Driver's ed decreases a teenager's driving premiums, but also their grades. With State Farm, we have a good grade discount, so when they carry a B average or better. And then we also have another program at State Farm that's just totally free to the policyholder. It is called Steer Clear, and they can actually go online at statefarm.com, take that course, and that provides an additional discount. So we have lots of discounts for our teenage drivers.
Oh, good. Also, do we need to learn more about auto insurance pricing?
Yes, and again, that's a big part of what the team does, is we actually teach everyone, and we actually do reviews with everyone, because, you know, oftentimes a year or two can go by in your household and you have some changes that take place. So as long as we do those reviews every year, we're making sure that you have all the discounts that you qualify for.
Can you explain a little bit about the claims process?
Actually, I'd love to do that. State Farm, our reputation for claims is we're number one in the industry. Our motto at State Farm is actually find a way to pay the claim versus find a way to avoid paying the claim, which a lot of companies, that's their reputation. But I'll let Nancy speak to our claims process itself because Nancy is also our claims specialist.
Well, unlike many other carriers, your first stop is probably going to be your agent. So you call them. We'll be, the first questions we're going to probably ask is, are you okay? What happened? And depending on the situation, we can take the claim. And then from there, we'll kind of explain the process for you. We don't actually handle the claim there in our office. But what we will do is, guide you through the steps. If you have any questions, if you have any concerns or any problems arise, we'll help you through them. After that, we have a system. If it's auto insurance or home insurance, regardless, we have a program called Select Service. It's an amazing program. What happens is that certain dealership repair shops have an alliance with State Farm. So you know that they're going to be, the repairs are going to be, they're going to abide by State Farm's guidelines to do their repairs. And there's going to be a guarantee on those repairs for the life of the car that you have the car.
I see.
Also, with State Farm, unlike many other carriers, you don't understand why sometimes our premiums are different. But with other carriers, you don't know this, and they're not going to tell you this, but sometimes they're going to require the repair shops to use used parts or reconditioned parts, or get them from the junkyard.
Exactly.
Well, if you have a brand new car, you don't want used parts.
No,
of course not. So with State Farm, we pride ourselves that we don't do that. Okay, we're number one for a reason. Our claim service is just phenomenal, and we. It's really funny if you ever ask a repair shop, who do you rather work with? A lot of them are going to say State Farm.
State Farm.
Yeah, State Farm, and we get a little bit of priority. It's really funny when we had the hailstorms. The hailstorms earlier this year. It was funny because I called a repair shop and they're like, we don't have any openings for another 3 weeks. All I had to say was, I'm with State Farm. And they said, oh, one moment for me. Let me transfer you to someone. And they had a State Farm, like a representative that worked exclusively with State Farm. And he was able to get me in like 2 days.
Wow.
From the day I called. So it's amazing.
And one of the other wonderful things we offer at State Farm is on statefarm.com, you can actually follow your entire claims process. You can actually go online and see where your car's at, see if the repairs have been done, see about the approximate delivery date. So you can actually follow your claim step by step by step.
Is that real time?
That is real time.
Wow, that's awesome. What about antique, classic, or car insurance?
We love to write classic cars. We have a passion for cars, as you know, and we actually have a model of a classic car in our lobby. But we do write antique and classic car coverage. Absolutely.
Us guys like cars, so that's why
right.
I brought that question. Another question: how will my policy change if I add a new teen driver?
Again, when you do add your teen drivers, we just want to really encourage teenagers to take the Steer Clear course from State Farm, take driver's ed. That's another large discount, and then I guess just make sure that your teenage driver is doing well in school, and doing well with their courses for defensive driving.
What if I get a different car?
Well, that's what's funny, because your premium is based a lot on the type and brand and year of your auto. So if you change cars, your premium is going to change. And we have a lot of clients that call us and say, hey, I'm looking at this kind of car. What would my rate be? So we're happy to let them know that.
Oh, good. What if I get married?
If you get married, typically your rates will go down.
Oh, really?
Yes, they will. Yes, they will.
Well, that's nice to know. What if you move?
If you move, your rates will change, and it's very interesting because we're on the corner of Midway and Frankfort in North Dallas. So we actually are surrounded by 3 counties. We have Collin County, we have Denton County, and we have Dallas County right on that very corner. And so we have to pay really close attention to where someone lives, because their premiums are based on the county they live in.
Exactly.
According to insurance companies, the county you live in is your risk factor.
I see. What about sending a child to college?
One of the things we love to offer is our college savings plan. And with that, we actually have in our office, we have some hats from all the different local colleges around here. And then a few of the private ones, just to give people an idea of what it costs to send their child to a 4-year university. And so we, designed a plan specifically for the family and specifically for what colleges that they think their child may want to attend.
Okay. Can a policyholder change coverages or deductibles?
They absolutely can. They can change their coverages at any time and change their deductibles at any time. All they have to do is give us a call, and we do it for them.
At no charge?
No charge.
Wow, I like that already.
That's the interesting thing. One of the things wonderful about State Farm, sometimes when we do an auto quote, people think, oh, that's a little bit higher than what I'm paying. But when they realize that we don't charge them additional monies for changing a name on their policy, changing their coverages. We give them their insurance cards, and we don't charge them additional for that. And some other companies do. So, for instance, if you need a copy of your insurance card, some companies actually charge you for that, and we do not. It's just part of our service.
On the last note, is there anything you would like to inform our viewers before we go?
Yes, absolutely. We would love to invite you to come to Ruth Shannon State Farm. We have a fabulous team, and again, we do offer the multiple language capability. Also, we are open in the evenings until 7 p.m., and we're open on Saturdays from 10 to 2. Come see us.
Ruth, Nancy, thank you so much for dropping by DFW Business Hour.
Thank you so much for having us.
You all have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.